There is a kind of love that does not come with a loud voice. It does not knock on the door in a hurry, does not force itself to be accepted immediately, and does not demand to be possessed right away. That love comes slowly, almost like a whisper, but precisely because of its gentleness, it is able to penetrate the thickest walls ever built by a person. This is the kind of love felt in the story between Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai, a depiction of a quiet, deep romance that makes anyone who delves into it unconsciously sigh deeply. Song Weilong is described as a figure who carries the wounds of the past in silence. He is not the type to complain or show his pain to the world. Instead, he chooses to wrap everything up in a cold attitude and a safe distance. His smiles are rare, his words are few, and his heart seems to have long since decided not to expect too much. To some people, he may seem strong, but behind that calmness, there is unspoken exhaustion, tired of hoping, tired of disappointment, and tired of having to trust again. In life, people like this often don't need grand, dramatic love. They just need someone who is willing to stay, without demanding explanations, without forcing change. Someone who understands that silence does not mean emptiness, and distance is not always rejection. This is where Zhao Jinmai's presence becomes so meaningful. Zhao Jinmai did not come bearing grand promises. He came with simple sincerity, with warmth that was not intimidating. His way of loving was not by pushing, but by understanding. He knew when to speak and when it was enough to accompany in silence. He did not try to unravel Song Weilong's old wounds, did not force the past to be told. He was simply there, consistent, patient, and real. Slowly, this kind of presence began to erode her defenses. Not because Song Weilong suddenly changed, but because for the first time she felt safe. Safe to not always be strong. Safe to not always know the answers. Safe to just be herself, with all her remaining flaws and fears. This is where love began to grow, not as an explosion of feelings, but as a settling sense of calm. Their relationship felt like two people learning to breathe together. There was no competition over who loved more, no excessive drama, just a process of getting to know and accept each other. Glances that met without words, awkward silences, and togetherness that was not exhausting. This kind of love is rarely noticed while it is happening, but once felt, it is difficult to forget. Zhao Jinmai filled the empty space in Song Weilong's heart not with the ambition to possess, but with empathy. He taught that love doesn't always have to heal everything. It's enough to accompany the process. That it's okay if the wounds haven't completely healed, as long as there is someone who doesn't leave when they see them. In that togetherness, Song Weilong slowly learned to open his heart, little by little, without coercion. There are small moments that feel the most touching. When they sit together without saying much, when their presence is enough, when the world seems to slow down just to make room for the feelings that are growing. Moments like these are what make this story feel so human. Imperfect, not ideal, but honest. The love they portray is not always happy. There are doubts, fears, and long pauses. But that is precisely where the beauty lies. They don't try to be the best version of themselves just to impress, but rather the most honest version of themselves. And in that honesty, a slow but solid trust grows. For Song Weilong, opening his heart is a big decision. It means taking the risk of getting hurt again. But with Zhao Jinmai, that risk feels worth taking. Not because of any promises for the future, but because of the feelings they have right now, which feel real. Meanwhile, for Zhao Jinmai, loving means being willing to be patient, accepting that not everything can be rushed, and not all feelings can be explained right away. This story reminds us that true love often comes in the simplest forms. It doesn't always come with the words, "I love you," repeated over and over, but with small, consistent actions, with unwavering presence, with a willingness to stay, even when everything feels silent. And perhaps that is why this story makes us sigh, because in it, we see pieces of ourselves, wounds that have not fully healed, hopes we once buried, and the simple desire to be loved for who we are. Love that is not loud, but deep, not rushed, but certain. In the end, Song Weilong opened his heart not because the world forced him to, but because he met someone who made him feel safe to trust again. And Zhao Jinmai filled him with a love that did not demand to be immediately reciprocated in the same way. A love that grew slowly, but left a deep mark, like a long breath we exhale after holding our feelings in for so long. Love like this may not always be easy to find, but when it comes, we will know. Because it doesn't tire us, it doesn't make us afraid to be ourselves. It just makes us pause for a moment, smile a little, then sigh, and feel, for the first time in a long time, that our hearts have finally come home. Maybe love doesn't always have to be loud. It doesn't always have to be full of drama or big promises. Sometimes, love just needs to be present and not leave. If this story reminds you of someone, or perhaps of yourself, remember that it's okay to open your heart slowly. It's okay to be afraid, to doubt, and to learn to trust again. Because the right love won't force you to change. It will just make you feel like you've come home. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like stories and meanings like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so that more hearts can breathe with us. See you in the next love story.